off on another adventure and thinking about upgrading your experience at the airport? Well, that's what we thought when we decided to try out Basel's EuroAirport Skyview Lounge. The location of this lounge is airside and is located in the center of the terminal next to the duty-free shop on the departures level. Now let's begin with the price. It is not cheap at 42 francs 50 or close to $50 per person. But of course, if you have a priority pass, then it's free of charge, and that's how we got in. We were both really impressed with the decorations and the palm trees. All of the space that there was here really felt roomy. The ceiling is so high. Very, very cool lounge, I must say. There's even a little bridge to walk across the river. Definitely not your average European lounge, and we were very happy with our decision to come to this specific lounge today. There's a central pillar in which the lift is located. There's also a departures board, so you can check whether your flights are going and from which gate. There are actually shower and conference facilities here too, but those are subject to payment. Being very lazy, we took the very slow lift up to the first floor, and here is where all the food and drinks are located. The lift itself is really cool. It's all made of glass, and from above you can see the lower level and especially have a look at those trees. A very cool lounge. Really impressed. Not something you often see. There were lots of desks and tables round the back, and I was also surprised to see this elevated area, which I suppose is some kind of VIP booth because it was closed off. But of course there was more than enough seating on this level in general, and it was not packed whatsoever. The glowing lights is only because of the frame rate of the camera, and it's actually not noticeable while you're there. But as you can see, very roomy, lots of places to sit down. There's also lots of light coming in through the windows, and a selection of food. Now here's a little salad bar, which was okay, well not bad, quite tasty. I like the Omega clock there, and you had some other, nibbles and crisps and so on along the side. The selection of food was good, but cannot be compared to Asian or Middle Eastern lounges. But as we were about to travel on a budget airline, any food and drink was very welcome. We were getting ready to have our fill. I feel like this bar could have been made to look a little bit better, but it does work and it's very functional, and you won't run out of glasses. Here's also where you get the warm food. There's some soup and 2 or 3 hot dishes at all times. Yang was very happy to see some rice, vegetables and chicken curry on the menu. This was at about 6:30, and we were really surprised that this place was so empty. But that was good for us because it felt even more spacious. There was no jostling amongst the drinks or the food. It was a very nice, calm and serene experience, which is really what you want when you're having a long stay at an airport. Here you can get some coffee. It's all self-serve, as are the rest of the drinks and food. Now this lounge is 1,700 square meters, so when it's absolutely full, I'm pretty sure it can get quite tight in these areas. They have Alsatian beer on draft and a limited selection of other drinks. Yang here making herself a little Aperol Spritz, which is a nice thing to have before your trip to Croatia. I would say that's quite a nice little meal there, with a fancy little drink. I also had a bit of the curry. I found it a bit too simple or bland for me. I would have loved it to be much spicier. It was a bit sweet, but she liked it quite a lot. Now what the drinks were lacking, the food made up for, we found. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but everything was tasty and fresh. I, on the other hand, went for a selection of salad. Everything was cold. I chose the cold stuff. And I have to say, actually, it was pretty tasty. Again, another surprise. Because, I'm usually not that impressed with European lounges. But this place was turning out to be quite the hit. And of course, we can't skimp on the sweet stuff either. But even if the sweet stuff is not for you, the group seating, the TVs, the expansive area, the views will definitely make you feel quite welcome here. There's even a smoking area outside or a little balcony where you can go and hang out and watch the planes arriving or taking off. Very, very cool in my opinion. And even though it was a little bit drizzly on this day, it was nice to see the planes getting ready because we were about to get one and fly off to Croatia. Now to the conclusion. Is it worth paying the money to come to this lounge? That is totally up to you. I think if you're going to spend multiple hours here, the 40 francs is pretty fair. But of course, the best way is to get in for free using a priority pass or one of the other lounge passes that you can get using credit cards. If you want to know more, please check out my description. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I have loads more reviews on lounges, flights and hotels worldwide. So please consider following me. And I hope you have a great flight and see you in the next video. See you there.